So, just a brief description about yourself and how is UK doing with respect to COVID-19?
We're doing okay. So I'll tell you a bit about us. We're Van in Healthcare Global. We've been established for over 15 years in the medical. Well, actually, our director, Peter Van Veen himself, has been in the medical business for over 30 years.
Wonderful.
So he's got great knowledge of these kind of pandemics that happen across the globe. He was around with the SARS pandemic in the UK, so it's not something we're new to. We've issued PPE across, we don't necessarily build our business on personal protection. We normally, heart scanners and that sort of thing is what we normally tend to sell to hospitals. We've got one of the best medical records across the globe as well for our company. We've cut down waiting times in hospitals by 50%. So we know the business. We know we're in tune with what's happening. We are aware. We know what's happening. We also know what's available out there on the market, what's possible and what's not. I'm aware, that some people have, it was a commodity in PPE, as you can imagine right now. People, brokers, thinking they can make the quick buck.
Exactly. I think everybody got into that bandwagon, and it's actually unfortunate that instead of helping people out, everybody was trying to make money.
Yeah, it became PPE became a commodity, which is really, it's not a good thing, because then you've got, people are just looking at price, they're not looking at quality. I've seen KN95s, being passed as 2 layers as opposed to 5 layers. People coming back to me and saying, "Oh, what's the difference with your mask? I can get your mask at, you're selling yours at $2.20. I can get mine at $1.30. What's the difference?" I look at the box. There's 3 layers instead of 5 layers. Just simple things like that. So
exactly. And actually, I'm associated with a social entrepreneurship group, V.net, and they are all musicians basically. And musicians have got a lot of money, so they are trying to do good thing. Basically, going from a me, which was being practiced and which is currently being practiced also in the COVID-19 world, to a we-based society. It's we. Okay, and we don't have to think about me anymore, because you cannot survive with a me kind of a concept. So we are trying to promote from me to we concept.
Okay.
And what happened was that this lady, got about 5 million masks, to give it to the hospitals, and as a social entrepreneurship service.
Yeah.
And the mask came to LA. Okay. In an LA warehouse, and these government these police, which everybody's against now, they just confiscated the mask. They went into the warehouse and they just took the mask.
Yeah.
So it is like,
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening, because, because what's happening is in customs, what's happening is now they're closing down a lot of these factories, where these masks are made. You had factories where they used to make Christmas trees, for instance, are now becoming experts in making PPE equipment.
Right.
So all of these companies, all of these factories now have been closed down. We're relatively well tied up with the Chinese socialist government in China. So we work with only the factories which are associated. So that's who we work with, because then we can ensure our product is correctly made. It's of quality. There's no leakages in our masks, for instance. So we're very happy with that. And actually, the people that came to us at the beginning of the pandemic said to us that we're too expensive. We didn't understand why. And now actually it started to come back to us, because they're noticing that, you know, the stuff that they were actually purchasing wasn't actually passing customs. It wasn't
Exactly.
clearing customs,
Mm-hmm.
because customs is there to really, you know, to verify that the stock that is going through into the country is actually going to be of quality and actually not going to be a copy. Because what people are doing is they're making a copy of the mask,
Mm-hmm.
but the mask doesn't have the actual effect which it's supposed to have.
Correct.
So, you know, this is something that we're seeing a lot in the market.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, you know, I mean, pretty much with everything, you know, pretty much with everything.
Mm-hmm.
Ventilators is not too bad because obviously it's not,
Everybody cannot make it.
Yeah, you can't make it. So, I mean, what we're seeing is with ventilators is people asking for money, taking the money. I mean, God forbid, thank God it hasn't happened to us. People are taking the money, you know, making the products with the money and then reselling it double the price to another client. So, you know, that's something that we have seen as well. But look, we're very happy because we're working with the Vatican. We're just tied up an agreement now with, we're potentially going to be working with the United Nations.
Mm-hmm.
And we're potentially going to be working as well with Blackwater, which is a US private army.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to take on 20 million masks, N95 NEOS masks, as well as a quantity of test kits.
Mm-hmm.
So our test kits, to make it much simpler, how the medical system works is once you're in with someone, it's not difficult to have a requirement and ask them to search for that particular spec of whatever you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, if you said to me, Zachary, you know, we'd like you to find, for instance, a 6-layered, I don't know, just out, you know, 6-layered, you know, KN95 mask. We'll find something. If it's not the 6-layered one, we'll find an alternative which is closest to, you know, to the spec you're looking for.
Now, my order is, Zachary.
Yeah.
My order is, we are in the process of enrolling 2 billion mothers. Today in the world, there are 2 billion mothers in the world today. Okay?
Mothers.
Mothers.
Sorry,
mothers,
I didn't.
Ma.
Okay. Oh, so, mothers. Yeah. Okay.
Mothers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So our project is very unique. Okay. The project we came up with, and this lady who is a musician, Heidi Little, she's actually said they are celebrating the Children's Month. Okay.
Oh,
and
that's
she
nice.
takes after all the children, you know. So we should give love to the children, you know. And the concept came from there that I said the children will be taken care of if we can enable mothers to become teachers.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So we make mothers a professional teachers. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're trained.
That's very nice.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So once they are trained and we train them in the climate smart management of COVID-19. So that's a training which every family needs. Okay.
Yeah.
So they can take care of themselves in a family because all the knowledge has been effectively transferred to the mothers.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So now,
absolutely. Yeah.
The concept was that how we are going to be enrolling 2 billion mothers. How it's going to happen in the month of June. Okay.
Yeah.
So I said, very, very simple. And this question was asked by my gemologist in Africa, in Freetown. Okay.
Okay.
So, Mufaddal, you know, nobody has money in Africa. Everybody is poor.
That's the problem. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what he told me. So I told him that, okay, you have gold, right? I mean, he actually supplies gold to me from the gold mines of Freetown.
Okay.
This gemologist, you know, his name is David, and he supplies gold to me from Freetown. So I said, well, David, you have gold there, right? Gold is there in your, secure vault. Everybody knows David as a gemologist. You are very famous, right? So a simple concept. Tell them that whoever joins our club, RTQLMA club, we will give them 1 Park gold coin. 1 Park gold on 1 Park gold coin is equivalent to €1. So I said, well, if you put €1 in an African's pocket, will they be delighted?
Yeah.
I said they will be super delighted. I can enroll all the Africans, you know. You know. So I said, well, the problem is solved now.
Yeah.
The problem is
you just
solved.
Told them yeah.
The problem is solved. So, okay. So I told him now that, okay, good. So you do the job. And he says, well, I mean, everything is there. You know, the enrollment form is there. The gold is there. You have the gold. Okay.
Yeah.
And everything is there. So nobody would say no to it. And I said, well, I mean, you've got a 1-minute message in English. People don't know English. I said, well, translate the message into your local language and then simplify it. Okay. Tell them that if you join this Sam's Wheel of Life Farm School, okay, we will give you 1 PGC. Okay. And I will make you like myself.
Okay.
So if you tell somebody that, okay, I'm a gemologist, and gemologists are very, very, you know, prestigious profession, sought after people, people who are, you know, masters of gold and diamond, you know, everybody loves gold and diamonds. So, you know, so I said, well,
I like PPE.
No, but I'm actually, you know, the concept came from there. Now, I've got a challenge. This engineer, Mehernosh, he actually is, you know, owning aviation companies. He makes ships, you know, in Mumbai. He's a very, he's like a knight, okay, in your terms, you know, in like kings and queens terminology, is a knight.
Yeah.
Okay, and he has got a title of a knight also.
Oh, wow. Okay, fantastic.
So this gentleman comes up with this unique kind of ideas and projects, you know. So I told them that if we solve this problem by testing 7 billion people on the earth, okay, and we provide them free tests, right? Same concept like this
simple
one.
concept.
Very simple concept, okay. So I said, well, if we provide a manufacturing facility in China or in India that fine, manufacture these reliable, okay, a process whereby we can reliably test COVID-19, you know, positive people. Okay, so because idea is to test them. After testing them, all the positive families, a family with 1 positive person gets isolated in this KOTO community. We build this KOTO community with Wheel of Life Farm School on farms and coal mines away from the city. So they are isolated. So they are isolated over there. Now everyone, 200 family members, okay, which is 200 into 5 is about 1,000 people living in this 5G proof KOTO community. They are all positive. So there is a herd immunity over there.
Ah, yes, very true, very true.
It's done,
very true.
right? So now,
very clever, very clever.
Now
very,
what
very
we
clever.
do is that, you know, whoever, if they get sick, okay, because they have this herd immunity, they will not get sick. But idea is that they should not make other people sick.
Absolutely.
That's the idea. That's the idea.
That's the idea.
So actually the solution will happen that, you know, we can get, and, you know, all this $4.5 trillion, and it is increasing now. Couple of more $1 trillion has been announced by US government just today that, you know, we need to help all the businesses, all the SMEs needs to be helped, right? So what we are telling them is this, and I, in 5 minutes, you know, I signed a contract with a Hong Kong seller of 75,000 metric tons of bullion. You know.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I did that, and the way I signed the contract was this. The reason was this, exactly what I mentioned. I said, I'm working on this project, and he says, where is the proof of fund? So I told this guy, Robert, who is in UK, maybe you guys can talk after we conclude the meeting, that I am also part of the project. And so I told him that, well, you are in UK, you know how much money is available for uplifting for the COVID-19 by your Prime Minister or by EU. I said, I know. So how is that money belongs to the government? Why you are telling me that that's a proof of fund? So yes, I'm selling my gold to the government. Any problems with that? You are unable to sell to the government, right?
Yeah.
I am able to sell to the government. How? Because I am going to be enhancing that €500 billion by 10%.
Ah, I see. I see.
So nobody has any problems. And
Yeah,
those
yeah, yeah, yeah.
SMEs who will be
Mm-hmm.
getting the grants, okay, and I have a management company who manages the paperwork and everything. So what we are
Yeah.
telling them is this, okay, we will get you the grant. And once the grant is available, we'll also enhance the grant by 10%. And
Right. Okay.
also assure you that your family expenses will be met.
I mean, that's a great deal.
So
That's a
nobody would say
great
no
deal.
to it, right?
Yeah. No.
So I told him that I've got $4.5 trillion available. How much gold do you have? Okay.
Wow.
Actually, we were trying to negotiate a 200 metric ton deal. Okay.
Wow.
Guy said how a person sitting in Karachi, Pakistan can buy, 200 metric ton gold. So that was the
Wow.
intent of the meeting. Okay. In
Okay.
5 minutes, the meeting was over. And this guy tells me that I've got 75,000 metric ton gold for you, Doc.
Oh. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I mean, it was
Unbelievable.
very simple. I said, well, $4.5 trillion is available to you, right? If you
Yeah.
can access it, then obviously you can deal directly with the government of USA and, the government of EU. If you can do that,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can do that because I'm a scientist,
A
I'm an
plan.
engineer. I have developed
Okay.
the solutions, for COVID-19. And so I'm
Mm-hmm.
not just selling gold, I'm giving a lot more to
There's
the
a lot more.
people,
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
families, than what
Yeah.
you can offer. The meeting was over
Yeah.
in 5 minutes. I get a document from you, Doc, 75,000 metric ton is for you. Okay. So all of a sudden in 5 minutes, I am the owner of
Well done.
75,000 metric ton gold. Okay.
Unbelievable. 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 I
You
think I've
see,
never heard a story. I've never heard a story like this, doctor, to be honest.
so this is like, what happened was in Ramadan, we celebrated Ramadan at home,
I done Ramadan as well.
right?
Yeah.
So we celebrated Ramadan at home, first
Yeah.
time. And in Laylatul Qadr,
Mm-hmm.
when you are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's a saying that please don't insult Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't ask for
Yeah.
small things,
Yeah.
give me home and give me this and give me that. Okay. So in so in Laylatul Qadr, I said, okay, I want to serve good climate smart immunity boosting food to 7 billion people.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
what I asked. Okay.
And to be honest, to think this is the best thing I've ever heard, but for me to hear it comes from where it comes from, your idea,
Right.
me, I love to hear that. It's a beautiful thing.
So that's what I asked. And all of us, after when you are in Laylatul Qadr, in the month of Ramadan, when you are asking and seeking from just one source who has the power to give you everything, then you get it. Because in Ramadan, your dua is always accepted.
Is what, sorry?
It's accepted, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts your dua and rewards you. Okay. After Ramadan, all these things started to put in, it started happening. I mean, I needed financial resources to get it done. Okay. And I am in the bullion, trading. I'm in the, business of integrating climate smart technologies in these gold mines in Africa and Australia and places like that. So that was my business actually, But
that was your business, and you
that is my
linked
primary
both
business,
together.
But then COVID-19 happened. And then I said, well, I think every business is on standstill now. And now I think we should be helping everybody out. Business will automatically happen. And idea and the concept was this, okay? My concept was this. In the COVID-19 world today, as many number of people you help them now, okay, without asking for anything from them, they become your permanent customers. So the idea was very simple. If I can save a life today of an individual who is in trouble, he becomes my permanent customer. I don't have to do any marketing after that.
Permanent friend.
Permanent friend and a permanent customer who would love to enjoy climate smart food, who would love to do, you know, business with me, who would love to, you know, study in my Wheel of Life Palm School and my university. So I said, well, I'm eliminating my marketing expense by just helping people out. It's done. Zero marketing after that. You don't need any marketing. Correct?
No, you don't.
That concept enabled us now, and the plan is this, and all the things are being now done. And maybe you are in UK now, so we can even, because every country now is offering very, very good incentives for people bringing in foreign direct investments into the country, right?
Okay.
So we can register our company SAMS TQL Global as a foreign direct investment company in UK. Okay, this gentleman Robert, who has offered me 75,000 metric ton bullion, is also in UK. Although the gold is in Hong Kong, and all he needs is that, you know, you can really do all the settlement of the transaction in HSBC London instead of HSBC Hong Kong.
Okay, I see.
He's happy to do it. So now, if we register our company as a foreign direct investment company, get from Mr. Boris Johnson incentives better than what Trump is offering in New York, okay, which is a startup New York program, which Boris would love to do, you know. Boris would love to beat Trump, you know, in one fashion or the other, okay.
He would,
in terms of his survival, because he's in trouble now, okay.
He is in trouble, he is in trouble.
Because he is not able to manage this thing, you know, as he should have done, okay. And yesterday in, you know, this Dr. Fareed Zakaria, you know, he actually mentioned that and compared UK with Greece, a small country.
Oh, really? Okay, that's pretty catastrophic.
He did that. He said, well, I mean, look at Greece. You know, it's in European Union, and it has got the lowest, you know, casualties, and they're opening up. So the PM was there, and they asked him, what did you do? He says, well, I mean, we did all the right things. We didn't waste our time. We did all the right things. We isolated everybody. We locked everything up, okay? And we assured that healthcare is available for all the Greek citizens. We started focusing on that so that if things get worse, you know, we tested everybody, okay? Very few people sort of were positive. So whoever was positive, we took care of them. So now, everything is in control in Greek. So without wasting any time, this leader did something right for his countrymen.
I mean, there's quite a few leaders, isn't there, that have been really proactive in the way, you know, they've handled the COVID-19.
So without really So idea now is this. Go ahead.
No, please, Doctor, after you.
So now, idea is this now, that if we register our company there, then, you know, since you are in UK, and $500 billion plus whatever other, you know, incentives which UK would offer to all the businesses in UK, okay? Simply by closing this transaction with Robert, you know, for this bullion, we are enhancing everybody's wealth today. Okay, every UK citizens, whatever UK pound they have, gets enhanced by 10%. And everything gets transformed into this digital, you know, SAMs, TT bars and coins. So it's 100% ownership of gold, okay? And in UK, there are a lot of innovative companies who are actually doing this thing. So this is something, not anything new, which I am developing. There are companies like, icon in UK. This gentleman developed a very, very unique concept of really make our life bank free. No banks are involved.
Of what? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Make it bank free. Okay. We don't need to rely. We don't need to rely, or we don't need to trust the banks. Whatever money you have in the bank is highly risky.
It is.
Banks are going to go bankrupt very soon.
Yeah.
Okay?
And it's
funny. Every national bank is asking for help from the government. And one very innovative, leader of Germany, very flatly respond to the, Deutsche Bank is a very famous bank, very reliable bank. Okay. And when they asked for help, Merkel replied, "It's your mess, get out of it."
Oh, really? Okay.
I am not going to be spending a single cent of the money, tax money of German citizens on bailing out your mess. Your mess, get out of it.
Yeah, your mess. Yeah.
So that means that, okay, that money, and currently, like this is the German policy, right? And on the other hand, $4.5 trillion, $4 trillion there, and this €500 billion, most probably, very, very secretively, it is being allocated to save the banks.
To save the banks?
Save the banks. Because all these transactions are going to happen through banks. Correct?
Right, okay.
And when you do the all paperwork and everything gets completed, about 20% of the money will be reduced.
Okay.
In terms of all the hidden charges and this and that. Right? Which is a very fine print, you sign on a visa document or stuff like that, and then you end up keep on paying them, and it just gets, your money gets very
Sorry, just bear with
basically.
me 1 second. It's just... Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I'm going to have to put this headset because I can't hear you.
Yeah, please do.
It's gone quiet all of a sudden.
Let's see. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but I can't hear you very well. Just bear with me. I'm just going to see if I can...
I can hear you well.
Sorry?
I can hear you well. There's no problem.
You can hear me well. I think... I don't know what's happened there. Hello?
Yeah.
There we go. I can hear you better now.
Okay, it's getting better. Okay, good. So now I think the idea is simple, that we want to really prevent that from happening. So this 20%, whatever charges this bank are going to be charging, that can be given to the SMEs, and the government would love all that concept from us, that, okay, if the money comes to us, we are not going to be charging anything, and we will be giving 10% more to all the deserving SMEs. And this service...
But you're doing a massive thing for the world then?
We are doing it.
It's kind of like a worldwide service you're doing.
It's a worldwide service, right? And our management company in USA, and we are actually forming a startup New York company also in USA. Okay, do the same thing. Like, idea is that we save the taxes. Okay, because all the transactions which will happen in this trillions of dollars worth of transaction, I don't want to give 20-30% of that money to the government, at this point in time. Although I told them that, I will be the highest taxpayer in USA and UK, because I don't like saving taxes because the government needs the money. And then I can demand the services I need from the government. Okay, if I'm the highest taxpayer, I will demand that. And then they will do everything.
I think that's fair enough.
It's fair enough. There's no problem.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
Yeah,
I think it's fair. I think it's
that's
fair.
my philosophy, that okay, currently we ask for all the incentives, but then delight the government, then say, okay, now I don't need the incentives. I am on my 2 good feet and I can help you out. So we will pay you the taxes. So, everybody will be delighted at that point in time. Well, these people are helping us out, in all passion. They are always standing behind us. So this is actually the proposal.
I think it's honorable.
All the money which is available out there in EU, and we as a group will tell them that, okay, we are experts in solving your COVID-19 problem. We are, which you are, in terms of PPEs, in terms of all the things which we are supplying, and tell them that from this point onwards, I'm not selling anything. I'm not selling any of my PPE equipment to anybody. I'm just giving it to you guys.
Correct.
That's it.
Correct. Okay.
It's my equipment, you use it. And once the use is over, somebody else's uses it. So that means that your equipment and our inventory is always secured and we are the owner of it. Nobody can misuse it. Correct? And everybody gets helped.
Correct.
Everybody gets helped.
And everyone gets helped.
So I mean, this is the kind of
it's a great. I mean, Doctor, if you manage to pull this off, I mean, I mean, it's mind blowing, to be honest. It's a mind blowing business. It's a mind blowing business. It's a mind blowing, a good deed.
It is like this. And then I tell you this: after the COVID-19 is over, all these presidents, or the leaders of the country will come and join our university to get the training on climate smart leadership. They will.
And you will have to charge them.
I will teach them. This is what climate's, and teaching not by words, but teaching by action. You see, this is what we did.
Yeah, that's it. That's
While you guys were fighting over things and you were talking, we were busy doing things, so we did it. And I tell you that the biggest asset we have, Zachary, the biggest asset we have is why Zuckerberg is a billionaire today. Because he claims that he has got 25, 30 million people using Facebook.
He's what, sorry?
Using Facebook, the Facebook, or currently we are using.
Yeah,
exactly. So actually the data, the data of 7 billion people will be with us. Healthcare data also, because we are actually providing them the test, we are getting their health records and everybody is enrolled in our programs. So all the data is with us. With 7 billion and residents of the COVID-19 world data with us, we are more powerful than United Nations.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
It's very true. It's very, very true. Yeah. Because actually, I had an idea. I mean, it's very far fetched, but we have these mobile testing homes which are deployable pretty much anywhere. If there's we got these mobile homes, and what I wanted to do is have these mobile homes established. These testing mobile homes. They kind of look like caravans, and they open up.
Right.
And have them, deployed in the countries, and provide test kits and make it exactly what you're saying, a data of people who've had COVID-19 and have COVID-19.
So now I give you how many mobile testing units we need. Okay, multiply the population of the world by 1,000. Okay, so 7 billion people are living in the world. Divide that by 1,000, because 1,000 people will be living in this KOTO community, which we are building in this Wheel of Life Farm School KOTO community, right? So we are talking about currently 7 million of these units. Each unit will be installed in the Wheel of Life Farm School. It's taken care of. Okay.
Sorry, it just cut off there, Doctor. It cut off. Can you repeat that? Sorry, it just cut off at the wrong time.
7 million of these, COVID-19 mobile clinics, we call it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
7 million clinics is what we need.
Yeah.
Each clinic will become part of the Wheel of Life Farm School.
Okay.
And 1,000 people will be served over there. who tests positive. Okay, so those are the priority. The people who are positively tested, they will be moved to this KOTO community, and in every KOTO community in the farms, global farms we are talking about, university campuses away from the cities, gold mines, all these are locations which are away from the city. Okay, we will be building these over there, and then each of these Wheel of Life Farm School will have this mobile clinic.
Okay.
Already done.
Okay.
So the healthcare gets automatically integrated over there. And now we have to design that mobile kit so that that mobile clinic, so that 1,000 people can be taken care of.
Okay.
That's
understood.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
So
it's
now
it is very simple, but it's also can I say, you need to come from a good source to be able to do things like this.
No. Now actually, idea is this: you are sitting in EU. I will introduce you to this one lady in Sweden who actually have developed the healthcare city. Okay, her name is Lena Becker. I'll probably share some of the details about her. They've developed these things. So these things are not something new. They are already available. And all we need to discuss with them and the manufacturer is this, that for fighting COVID-19, please forget about your profits, consume your production capacity, give the employment to the people you have. Okay, so we book your capacities, we produce these units for us at cost. And I'm a lean engineer. When I work with you, I will reduce your cost also. So that, we produce these units at the lowest possible cost. So these 7 million clinics can be produced with agility globally and deployed.
Understood.
Every country will have a manufacturing facility. We will set up an industrial park over there, and that industrial park will be actually producing these clinics in every country.
Okay.
It's a very, again, a global kind of a concept whereby we don't need to produce and ship. Okay, everything is locally produced. Okay, and it is very easy to set up these manufacturing industrial parks. And China and India probably can manufacture everything for everybody. They have these facilities available. So,
well, actually, China now are actually approaching Turkey. Because they're running out of of what's they're running out of
capacity.
Things Yeah, so they've approached Turkey to get some help. I know Turkey. We've got 14 warehouses there in Turkey that are producing good quality gowns, and the Chinese government have approached Turkey to see if they can.
Wonderful. Now, the concept I'm giving you is this. The other concept which we have is this. Every PPE which we will be producing will not be disposable.
Oh, really? Okay.
Will not be.
Washable?
It should be organic cotton. Okay. Organic cotton. Organic cotton is available, in India, in Turkey, everywhere. In Egypt, people are growing organic cotton. So organic cotton will be used to produce the mask, the gowns, everything which is steam sterilizable.
Okay.
They should not be, because the problem is this. If you use a disposable material, then you have a problem of disposing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you don't dispose it correctly, you will be spreading the virus.
You'll be spreading the virus, absolutely. And it's, now we have seen it across the world now.
Yeah.
There's masks floating around in the sea and,
everywhere.
Everywhere,
because, the proper disposal SOP was not developed.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a problem. So to solve that problem and to make our PPE product climate smart, we will say that, okay, none of the disposable products will be produced by us. Same facilities, same manufacturing units, but they will be producing the organic cotton, which is good for your skin, okay, and doesn't actually does have zero toxicity in the material itself, will be used to produce the PPEs, and those PPEs will be, steam sterilizable and reusable, rugged,
Okay.
German quality. Okay, so they will not
Yeah.
be destroyed very fast. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
that way, all these waste disposal problems can be eliminated. So the now situation is this: with your wealth of experience which you have, with you resident in UK, okay, we actually set up this company or do a joint venture agreement. If your company can get the same incentives as Sam's TQL Global may get, so it's, I think registering the company is not a big deal, you know. I mean, you register a foreign direct investment company, get the incentives.
We are based in the Isle of Man,
Good.
which is, yeah, I'm just FYI, you know, just to let you know. I mean,
No,
we're
that
based,
is good,
it's
because,
the
you know,
UK, but
idea is this. I don't have any problems in establishing this company in Ireland. There's no problem. Ireland is good. It's part of United Kingdom, okay, and it's a small, independent, a very unique kind of a country. We can do that over there. Idea is very simple, okay. Wherever we operate from, you know, we should be getting the best incentives from their government, so that the economy of the Irish people and all the people who are facing difficulty in Ireland should be uplifted. So Ireland, like Freetown, Sierra Leone, is a very small country as compared to United Kingdom, okay. And we can say, fine, we will create this model in Ireland. It's actually simpler to do rather than doing it in UK.
Yeah.
It's easy to, you know, get the best incentives from the government with the kind of a program which we are talking about. So it's very simple. Let's do it in Ireland.
Yeah.
Robert would love it, I think, because I think he is also in Ireland. So, you know, our 75,000 metric ton bullion supplier, you know. So he would love to do it in Ireland, you know, find out if HSBC account is in Ireland also, which I'm sure it is. But then it doesn't really matter whether if we use a London account or not. But, you know, setting up a company in Ireland, and with this mission that our company will not sell anything to hospitals, to the government related to COVID-19, but we will be providing our services to everybody.
Okay, sounds really interesting. I mean, it's a massive. I mean, this is not something I've heard or overheard of.
It's very simple. You see, idea is this, that whenever you talk about, say, 2 billion units, like whenever I talked about buying, 200 metric ton gold, I was being asked, and not asked, I've been x-rayed by people, you know, in different ways, that this gentleman sitting in Karachi, Pakistan, what kind of terrorist he is, okay? And, you know, and actually that happened, they did my complete x-ray in Australia, because I was buying a gold mine in Australia.
Oh,
and
wow,
when you are buying an Australian asset, okay, Australian asset cannot be owned by a foreigner.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
So I am the only foreigner who has been approved after all the due diligence which they had to do, which took 6 months.
Oh, really?
They did 6 months, okay, to do all the due diligence. And after doing the due diligence, they approved me individually, okay, not my company. Because in my company, there were a lot of other people who didn't got approved. So they approved me personally to own a gold mine in Australia.
Okay.
So that was a big honor for me, that, okay, everybody did all the due diligence they had to do on me. So which was of great honor, you know. And I said, well, that is something of strength, okay. And when you can do things, you know, for everyone, and so that giving actually, and I tell you the return on investment also. When you give, giving is only the responsibility of the creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the responsibility of providing everything to everybody. It's a responsibility, right? Now, if you become part of that responsibility, you cannot imagine a better return on investment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than anyone else. Nobody can give you that ROI, which we are talking about.
Yeah.
And in Laylatul Qadr, Suratul Qadr, Khayrun min alf shahr, right?
Okay.
Which means that this one night is better than 1,000 months.
1,000 months. Okay.
Months.
Wow, okay.
Okay. So
Months,
that means
yeah.
1,000 months, which is complete life of a person. You know, very few people
Yeah,
live
yeah,
for
yeah.
1,000 months nowadays. You know.
Yeah.
So the concept is this, that we are talking about getting a minimum return of 1,000-fold from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by doing this project.
Okay.
So who cares about, you know, getting something from UK government or Irish government, you know? We don't worry about them, you know. They are unable to do things. We just do it. And we make sure that no government, the government is 110% behind you when you're doing it. So that is what we are asking for, that when we register our company as a foreign direct investment company with this agenda of helping everybody out in the COVID-19 world with our expertise, you know, they will give you everything you need. They will. So that means that the government machinery now is not hindering you, is helping you.
Right.
That's it. Nobody would say no, right?
I mean, yeah. Once you have the government on your side, I mean, you're pretty much. It's simple sailing.
Every government, I'll tell you, I will share that recording with you. Give me your email ID, which I had, you know, and probably will share this recording with everybody also. Because a similar discussion happened yesterday when I was actually discussing this with my SAMS TQLMA Inc. leadership team. And I told them that, you know, this is what we are looking for. And if we do all the things which the government is not able to do, then, you know, government will be delighted. And we simply do it. We don't even talk about it. But then idea is very simple that, you know, we have to just make sure that we do it legally and ethically. Okay. And government should be knowing that who is doing this. So government can then help us out. Okay. And we are not looking for Trump helping us out. We are looking for governors, because the governors are actually the people who are responsible for really helping their people out. Okay? And Trump is avoiding and actually putting all the hindrances, you know, for all the states of United States so that the governors cannot do their job.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, and I can ship Trump to moon in the SpaceX, you know, from White House by simply telling him that if you don't take the next flight to the moon, you know, a black bodyguard of yours is going to kill you.
Right.
He will fly tomorrow, you know, in the next mission to the moon.
Right.
So he's out of the picture, you know.
Right. Okay.
And then we can work with the governors, you know, how to do things. Right? It's very simple. It's very simple. He's very scared. You see, in that instance when he gassed everybody, you know, he was in the bunker. People were, you know, people were so sort of, you know, furious. They would have burned White House. They would have seen White House in the flames, and that is the only time the president is, you know, taken to the bunker.
Yeah.
So he was hiding in the bunker. He was hiding in the bunker to save his life. You know, so he's scared. And I think, you know, we would like to work with everybody. I don't have any enmity against anyone, because everybody is sort of born with a certain DNA. And two global leaders today in the world who is controlling the world in a way, okay, three of them. And out of those three, one is sort of a dictator in China, okay? And two people, Modi and, you know, Trump, are the businessmen, you know. So that's how the DNA works. And I tell you how much money they made in this COVID-19. Okay. Each one of them made $1 trillion.
Oh, really? From...
You remember all these hydroxyquinone business?
Yeah.
Remember that, right? So
Yeah,
Trump
I remember that very
was
clearly.
in India for a couple of days. Okay, and
I remember that as well.
everything was in the news. And
Yeah, I remember that.
he also mentioned one statement that this guy Modi is a tough negotiator. Okay.
Oh, really? Okay.
So they were actually negotiating the business. Trump was not giving 50% share to him. So basically, this is what they did. India is the largest producer of this hydroxyquinone. Hydroxyquinone cost is maybe 10 cents, but the 10 cents tablet was sold for $42 in black.
Really? Oh, wow. Okay.
So look at the amount of money they made.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
And I'm predicting this again. You know, I told these guys also that we need to really block this because he's going to be, today, if I ask you this question, will Trump win the election?
I think so. I think so.
Okay, good. So you are the only one who said yes, okay? So you agree with me?
No, because I think,
Tell me, give me your reason.
My friend Kareem,
give me your reason, okay?
No. Look, I watch the news. I can see what's happening, and
right?
I can see what's being said, so that it's what people want to hear. It's the news is what people want to hear, and
right.
I know that Trump is. I have secret sources as well.
Right. Exactly. You should.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I can see him winning the next election very easily.
Easily, okay. And my reason for this is that election is a business, okay, and a person with more investment and more money invested will win it because these votes are available for sale.
Yeah,
okay?
Very true.
And 350 million Americans, when they will know that, okay, for one vote of there is the cost of the vote is say $1,000, okay, he will win with a landslide.
Yeah.
Why? Because he has paid $1,000 instead of all this money which is being, paid as an incentive. This guy is going to be saying, okay, $1,000 from us if you vote for us.
It's there is a money war at the moment. There is a war with money.
No, it is there. But what I'm saying is this: that this guy has that $1 trillion which he made in the COVID-19 time.
Yeah.
Because he knows how to make money and he has made the money.
Yeah. He's a businessman. Yeah.
He's a businessman. Okay, and we don't blame him on doing it. He has done it.
Yeah.
Okay, he's never a leader. He was never a leader. He was a businessman before. He's a businessman now. The only thing is that he's an unethical and illegal businessman.
Yeah. Well, very, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So that means...
did he not put sanctions on India at some point as well? I'm sure he put some sanctions on India when they refused to sell him a certain product. I can't remember the story in detail.
Actually, this is what he's trying to do with Iran. He's trying to do same thing with all the countries, and he's doing it with Americans also. He's firing those American journals and everybody in big, huge places, if they don't agree with him.
Yeah.
So he's basically, if a Chinese leader is a dictator, this guy is a super dictator.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm aware.
I mean, it's nothing hidden, right? I mean, everybody is talking about it in CNN and in, everywhere now.
But for some reason it's accepted. It's not as badly seen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not as badly seen.
People don't see that. People don't see lying as a defect.
They don't. Yeah. Because he wears a suit.
That's a North American culture. Everybody is taught to lie.
Yeah.
And if you can lie and make money, you become more powerful. And then now it is proven that you
You're
become a
actually
president.
seen as more intelligent, actually. I was discussing this with a friend of mine. He actually big in gold as well. Actually, you know what, Doctor? I'll have to put you guys in touch. His name's Israel. He's also big in gold. Very politically tied up with a lot of African countries and can actually extract gold quite easily as long as people pay their taxes.
Right. Exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah. So I'll put you in contact. But actually, we were discussing. We were having this conversation recently, and it was, it's like lying is if you lie to someone, because I had a problem with a lawyer there in New York. It's seen as if instead of agreeing what's agreed, because I had a contract which I was drafted, just small little things in contracts where they were just trying to be unpleasant in business. Me personally, I like everyone to be straight. You do something Islamically. But for them, it's like, oh, I managed to lie and I managed to get this, so I'm the smarter and I'm the more intelligent.
Exactly. And they are the dumbest people living on the face of the earth. You know that. Okay? Because if you lie, if you break the law, then this is a universal law that you have to pay for it. If you slap someone, somebody will slap you. So you should be ready for it before slapping somebody. So that's a universal law. We know that. Now, the concept is very simple. And idea is this, that, okay, we know the politics. We know what is happening. Now, we need to do our part to counter that. Now, instead of Trump is spending $1,000, probably will be spending $1,000 to buy one vote with $1 trillion he has made. We will be spending and enhancing whatever small amount of money comes to the citizen's pocket, whatever that comes to, $1,000 or whatever has been assigned, to help the American citizens. We are simply enhancing that by 10% by removing the interference of banks. Okay.
I think you will have a problem in the US. I think you will have a problem in the US because
we are not dealing with the government, right? In US, we are doing everything legally. Okay. So all the legal parameters are being met, and one of my management consultants, who is actually managing the whole project, is also providing services to Rothschild.
Okay.
So he is in the company of very powerful people.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Good.
So we have got all those things in control, and my simple advice to all my business associates is very simple. If we do everything legally and ethically, you should not be afraid of anything.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not at all. Nobody would say, I mean, there's nothing to be afraid of. So we keep on.
Only thing is some people would see it as a power movement, Doctor. That's the only thing.
I know they will see that. But idea is this, that we don't even, make ourselves visible.
Okay. Yeah.
So like COVID-19, people cannot see us. Like COVID-19 is there killing people. We will be serving like COVID-19 without being seen to save lives. That's it. So we are invisible, like COVID-19. And I give an example like this, that when you put a seed of wheat in a ground, no, you cannot see the seed. Okay. But that seed is producing 700 seeds in 4 months.
I like that analogy.
That's ayah number 260.
You're a very clever man.
So that's ayah number 261 in Quran. Actually, my daughter is.
Okay. There you go. Okay.
You see, my daughter is Hafizul Quran, so she teaches me engineering according to Quran,
That's nice.
So I've got a self-sustaining family. My wife is a doctor, and my daughter is Hafizul Quran, and I am a scientist and an engineer. So I am a completely self-sustaining family,
Yeah.
So I think, everything is being rewarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you have a good niyat and, you have a niyat to do good things. So as
You're a
long
really
as
good
you have
man.
good
You're a
intentions,
very good man. You're a very
yeah,
good
that's
man.
it.
I'm glad I met you.
So that's the plan. And what we want to do is this now, that we, without losing any time, we execute this project. And the plan is very simple. Okay, we don't want to be involved in politics. We don't want to be involved in all this commercial nonsense which is out there. Because when you sell something, you have to enter into the commercial contracts and stuff like that. Okay, when you give to people your services without selling it and without charging for it, you know, everybody would love it.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Of course.
And yesterday I was just mentioning to this gentleman. His name is John Holder in USA, and he is basically an accountant and a leader of, you know, helping SMEs get this money, you know, from the government. He's providing the consulting services. So when I talked to him, I said, well, now you have to provide your consulting services free. He was just amazed. Wow, why free? How we are going to be, you know, maintaining our kitchen? You know, so I said, well, don't worry about it. Read the MOU I sent you, and you will make 1,000 times more money to, you know, maintain a very comfortable, climate smart kitchen, you know. And, you know, because we are enhancing, you know, everybody's money is coming to you. So instead of charging them the consultation, we give them free service, which nobody would give them. So when we give them free service, you've got all the clients, all the North American SMEs will be working with you, because, you know, you are giving something free and a very professional free service. And then simply we are making money in gold, because we are transforming their dollars to gold, and, you know, we are making profits from gold. So we don't have to worry about it.
So it's a win-win situation.
Win-win situation, right? So exactly the same idea, that whatever your group and, you know, all the manufacturing facility which we can establish to build this PPEs, they all become our facilities in a way. We will be putting a lot of people to work. Okay. And very simple.
That's the thing, as well. We're really trying. I mean, look, we've got, you know, altogether we've got about 40 facilities, 40 production warehouses, but they're not at their maximum capacity right now, and they really want to be. So just for you to know, you know.
So idea now is this: focus on manufacturing, establishing the manufacturing facility in each country. Each country, okay? Each country. And finance that. Because what will happen is that will save the logistics cost. Right? So it's very simple. You are frozen. Can you hear me? You're back. So that is the idea, to basically set up the manufacturing facility, and then, you know, whatever is needed by that country is manufactured locally. So we want to say, you know, simplify the logistics cost. Instead of wasting time in shipping, we invest our time and energy in manufacturing it locally in all the countries, you know, in all the regions, basically. Like in Africa, we can say, okay, east, west, north, south. So we've got one facility in each one of these countries. And, you know, like South Africa and Tunisia and Freetown in the west, and then Nairobi, Kenya in the east, or Kampala, Uganda in the east. Set up these facilities there, and they will take care of their regional supplies. So everybody can get everything they need immediately without any issues. And we will definitely work with the government to, you know, make sure that the right incentives and all the support is available. Okay.
It cut off.
Yeah, I know. So it somehow got disconnected, you know. So where we were, I think let's execute the plan, you know, as we discussed, share it with your team. And I don't have any issues in, you know, setting up our company in Ireland. I like Irish livestock and lifestyle. because actually I've experienced that lifestyle in Nova Scotia. When I was doing my postdoctoral work, there were a lot of Irish living in Nova Scotia, the cleanest place on the face of the earth. Enjoyed 2 years of my work over there. So I love the, the Irish culture. And we can possibly, like I said, make Ireland the benchmark country in Europe. We can make Freetown, one of the benchmark country in ECOWAS in the west of Africa. And then I have a target of making Uganda, because, we are interested in setting up one of our campuses also over there, because the DRC gold and diamond is easily available, very close by. So, it is, so Kampala is, Uganda is another country. South Africa, a benchmark in the southern part of Africa. And then I love Tunisia, in the north. Wonderful country. So these are the four, places in Africa which we are doing. We have a good access to facilities in Mumbai, which is also financial. I would say, probably Mumbai is doing better business than London and New York currently, in terms of volume and stuff and things like that. Karachi, Pakistan, I'm based in, Pakistan, and our target is basically because Imran Khan now is emerging as not the leader of Pakistan, but the leader of the Muslim world. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Because of his speech in United Nations, and because he is the only leader in the world who has mentioned in his speech that he would like to set up, Shariat Muhammadiyah compliant or Medina Hukumat or Medina governance in Pakistan.
Yeah.
That's a unique, mission which he is in, and he's a lonely person, because nobody is helping him out. And I have decided to silently help him out to attain this target. And it's a very simple concept, okay? 2 billion Muslims are there. 90% of them are in a very, very financially troubled condition. Okay. So, and every Muslim desire is to perform Hajj. They do the savings, right? So idea is very simple, that the 2 billion Muslims Hajj savings will also come to us. Besides the $4.5 trillion, the profits from our gold transaction will be actually spent on enhancing the families of Muslims globally.
Okay.
And why I'm telling you this, because in the halal food business, we have to hire all Muslims. Because Muslims are the only one who is qualified to do the halal food business. Okay. So that means that 2 billion Muslims has work to do in 7 million Wheel of Life farm schools.
Okay.
To serve climate smart food to 7 billion people. It's a very simple business plan, okay? Nothing, nobody would say no to it. And all the budget of all the government they are spending on fighting terrorism will also come to us.
Okay.
Because we can simply tell them that we are going to be now locking up all the terrorists in Wheel of Life farm schools.
Right, okay.
They will be so busy, serving food to 7 billion people, they won't have time to do anything else. Spend your terrorism budget on helping people out of your country. Nobody would say no to it.
Very interesting. No, right? You're going to be a very busy man.
Again, nobody would say no to it, right?
What I'd like to do, Doctor, is maybe arrange a call with the owner of Vanin Healthcare.
Okay.
And yourself. You can re-explain this whole, your ideas and, how you'd like the company involved and so on and so forth.
Correct.
That's something.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I think, what is your role in this company?
I'm one of the directors.
Okay.
I'm actually based in France. So I source, I find new business, I make new contracts. But this is such a big thing. I'd actually like to have him involved in the call.
Okay.
So you can explain your ideas and you can explain what you'd like to do, what you've
Okay.
said to me, basically.
Okay.
And we can take it from there.
Sure thing. I think no problem there. And I think wherever you are currently based in France.
I'm based in France. Yeah, I'm based in the south of France at the moment.
South of France. So again, the same concept is there. And why I like France, because the decision making of this €500 billion as a grant came from the France's PM. You know the background of your PM, right?
Yeah.
He was actually working for Rothschild.
Okay.
And Rothschild has this, he has got this vision, a very visionary person, how to control the world. Okay. And now he has got this plan of really training his people who are trained by him in his organization to become world leaders. Okay. So the current example is your prime minister, who was a Rothschild manager once. He's a financial person. And today he's the PM of France. And then there is another gentleman who is going to be coming after Boris Johnson. Okay, he's from India. And he's again groomed by, these organizations who wants to really control the world. So I think idea is very simple, that this gentleman is a financial person, the PM of France, and there is no problem in setting up our company as a foreign direct investment company in France also. Although I have a joint venture partner already in France. He is in the business of petroleum. His name is Zelle. I will introduce him to you also, so that you guys can collaborate together. But the idea is this, that you can set up this company in France, because everybody was against setting up the company in France because of the tax structure. Okay.
Yeah.
So nobody wanted to do that. So I said, well, I would like to help the government out. And in today's environment, when we bring in the foreign direct investment to any country, I think the government of that country will give us that incentive. So really, we don't have to pay that much taxes, to the government.
Right. Yeah, it's one to try. It's definitely one to try with each country. I think you will have some objections with some countries, but it's it's one to try. It's one to try.
Sure, there's no problem, because it doesn't take. Yeah, I don't think it is very complicated to set up the company. We set up the company with the same idea of helping everybody out in the COVID-19 world, and France would love to play their role also.
I think so. I think so. It's definitely one to try. I mean, it's one to try with the UK. I think the UK is your best bet at the moment. Dublin.
Yeah, UK needs our services very much. So that's why So having our base in UK will be ideal. And UK and London is also the the gold capital of the world. The LBMA is based in London. So London controls the gold prices and everything. So it is really prestigious for us to have our company established in London, because London needs our services most.
Yeah. I agree. And I think the UK would be most open to such a plan.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
let's look into it and arrive at the best decision, so that in EU we set up our base in whichever country is viable for us to set it up in terms of the incentives offered to us. And we set up our company and then, execute the plan.
Okay, fantastic. Perfect.
All right, so I will shoot your email ID. So I will send you the email, which you can share with your leadership team, so they can review all the information, and then we can schedule a Zoom conference and, arrive at the next steps.
Okay, sounds good to me. Okay, Dr. Mirza, it was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you
talking to you, and I think we were able to, and synergy exists, because I was looking for a supplier who has the capability of, working, and, you have the capability, but now actually we are simplifying the matters in such a way that we have zero competition.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, we're the only ones in the market right now that can do the amount of gowns, masks, test kits. I mean, we're one of the only ones that can supply high volumes. So
Correct, agreed. So I think that capability exists. Now we will simply utilize your production capacities to serve 7 billion people, okay? And we will serve it and make those 7 billion people our permanent customers. That's it.
Okay, perfect. Sounds very good to me.
Okay.
I'll send you my email ID. And Doctor, it was great speaking with you, and I hope to speak to you soon again.
Same here. Inshallah, we'll meet soon. And then, you know, take care. Enjoy your productive Monday at the start of the week. And,
thank you very much.
You know, and inshallah, a lot of things needs to happen this week. So without wasting a single moment, because, you know, when we are talking about $1 trillion business, you know, because when you look at the climate smart food, halal food is $2.6 trillion business. But now we are talking about climate smart food, which is a $7 trillion business a year. And we should not be wasting a single minute, because a minute may be worth $1 billion for us, you know.
Yeah. It's true.
Okay.
It's very true. Okay.
So, let's move forward. Okay.
Okay. Right. Fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll send you my email now.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Take care. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.